This is Joe Wayne with the ACP 313, the Anti-COINTELPRO Show, and of course the all-new YouTube channel, where we don't care about your verification or your CIA social checkmark club members. That's right, we'll never be verified because we don't seek to be verified, because we know it's all a lie. And with that being said, this is Joe Wayne with the ACP 313 with an all-new story. Yeah. An all-new lipstick on a pig story. Now, I'm sure this is going to piss off all of the Trump true believers that believes the dear leader can do no wrong. You are wrong. Now, instead of getting mad at me, just look at the evidence right in front of your face. But first, you have to have eyes to see and ears to hear, meaning you have to want to see and hear the truth that is right in front of your face. But if you don't want to hear and see the truth, go ahead and stick your head back in the sand and ostracize your life and all the bad news around you. And with that being said, here's that lipstick on a pig I promised you. This story is coming directly via Breitbart.com. Congress hides a pot of money, fines on illegal aliens, and remittance tax. Wow. Man, are they recycling this bullshit story again? Yes, they are. Because, of course, they know that's what gets our hopes up, right? We just hope and pray that the Republic will finally start to defend itself instead of welcoming the invaders in to collapse the society so that they can then watch it crash and burn from their armored redoubts in New Zealand and all points NWO, our New World Order, all of their headquarters in places like the District of Criminals, the Vatican, and of course the UK right there in London. So with that being said, they're trying to put lipstick on a pig again. And let me tell you why. This story sounds great. It gives us a lot of hope, right guys? But not really if you actually read into the story. Because if you read into the story, it's not about immigration enforcement. No, it's all about rebranding the wall and not giving us that wall, but giving us a fence instead. So if you read into the story, and I'll go ahead and read into a little bit of it for you so you guys will know what I'm talking about. While President Trump looks to minimal sources to continue funding more, while President Trump looks to minimal sources to continue funding more United States-Mexico border construction projects, while President Trump looks to minimal sources to continue funding more United States/Mexico border construction projects, mainly not wall, but bollard-style fencing. So all of you guys who got pissed off at my video where I told you the truth and you didn't like it because the truth hurts, because your cognitive dissonance is just suffocating you like a straitjacket or like cellophane where you can't breathe or see or hear the truth. Wake up, because I'm telling it to you again. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the individual that this truth is coming from. It's not coming from me. It's coming from President Trump, and it's coming from his press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. While President Trump looks to minimal sources to continue funding more United States-Mexico border construction projects, mainly, not wall again, but bollard-style fencing, Congress is hiding some of the mostly commonly proposed sources of money. On Tuesday, the White House press secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said the administration was looking to specific pots of money. Yeah, so I guess now we're looking for the leprechaun's pot of gold, right? Because this whole thing is a fucking bullshit story, right? Just like the leprechaun and his pot of gold. So they're looking for specific pots of money to fund the bollard fencing. Again, highlighted, folks. If you'll look at it in blue, it's highlighted. So you guys can hopefully, if you see the distinct color changes, so you can hopefully take the cognitive dissonance blinds off and see the truth in blue for yourself. So they're looking for the leprechaun's pots of gold to fund the bollard fencing, not the wall. And the Department of Homeland Security, DHS, has been constructing in San Diego, California, not a wall, bollard fencing, folks. As Breitbart News political editor Matt Bowles notes, Sanders and the Trump administration have provided no details as to where such funding would come from. Surprise, surprise, surprise. Two funding sources most commonly invoked by conservatives, fines on illegal aliens and taxing remittances, are of course tied up behind a Republican-controlled Congress that has provided less than $2 billion so far for border barriers under Trump. Again, not a wall, border barriers. Even if Trump wanted the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE agency to use fines as set siege to you. Even if Trump wanted the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE for short, agency to use fines, asset seizures, and other financial penalties to pay for the $25 billion southern border bollard fence, again, not a wall, the money would have to be appropriated through Congress, and experts tell Breitbart News that's unlikely to happen. Unlike the United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, agencies which has near full control over its revenue, ICE revenues largely go through the Treasury Department. And the story goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it just slathers all this lipstick over all of these pigs of the past, folks. So all of you guys who got pissed off at me and said, hey, they're building the border wall, do your research. No, they're not. I've done my research, and I do my research every day, you losers. I know the truth hurts, but don't get mad at me. I'm not the one that is lying to you, blowing smoke up your ass and calling it sunshine. That's Trump. That's Sarah Huckabee Sanders. That's the administration. That's not me. Wake up and smell the coffee. But I'm not alone, folks. You think it's just me? No. Rush Limbaugh on the border wall. Trump got less than nothing. On Wednesday, on his nationally syndicated radio show, conservative talker Rush Limbaugh commented on Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on his announcement of the deal that finances the government through New Year's Day. Another continuing resolution. I'm not going to go through this whole article. You guys can watch the story for yourself. It's on Breitbart.com, so go check it out. But it's not only Rush that is trying to tell you people that Trump is lying to you, and he just used the political rhetoric of the wall to secure your votes. But don't believe me. Maybe you'll believe, if you don't believe myself and Rush Limbaugh, maybe you'll believe Ann Coulter. She's calling the president gutless in wall-less country. Ann Coulter, gutless president in wall-less country. If you were elected president after decades of politicians doing nothing about millions of illegals pouring into our country every year, committing crimes, dealing drugs, driving drunk, molesting children, and killing Americans like Kate Steinle, and your central campaign promise, repeated every single solitary day, was to build a wall? And wouldn't you have spent the entirety of your transition period working on getting it done? But he didn't. Again, not going to read this entire article for your folks. You're not stupid. You can read for yourself. If you do, in fact, have eyes to see and ears to hear, and you actually are sick and tired of being lied to, of having hope and change again blown up your backside like it's sunshine, and it's just a lie. It's just a lie. Now, I realize that human beings have less of an attention span than a goldfish, but wake up and smell the coffee, folks. You have been lied to, and you're lied to every single solitary day. And just because a seasoned liar lies well, they're still lying to you. They're just a good liar. They're just a good actor. They're just a parasitical puppet politician. And like I told you guys 2 years ago, Trump is not the amateur politician, is not the outsider. No, he's Mr. Mega Politician, because he was one of the financiers of the political parasite system right there in New York City, and all the money he spread around to get all of his Trump towers built around the world. Make no bones about it. That's what he is. He's an opportunist, and he just worked his magic on the American people. Again, don't get mad at me if your butt hurt. Don't get mad at me if your cognitive dissonance is kicking in and you're pissed off at me. If this isn't enough proof to you that you're never getting that wall, hell, you're not even going to get the bollard fencing he promised, right? If this isn't enough proof for you, please. Now, I know a lot of you turds in the punch bowl like to say you're subs on my channel and say, I'm subbing. If you're actually subs on my channel, then you'll know I don't carry water for anybody. I don't carry water for the left. I don't carry water for the right. I don't carry water for the middle. I call a spade for a spade, and I'm not like a lot of people. I'm not controlled by my emotions. Just the facts, just like Sergeant Friday. Now, when the facts on the ground change, I will be more than happy to change my view of the facts. But if the facts remain the same, insane, unproductive facts, then the facts are just the facts, and you can't change that. And the fact is, we have all been lied to. So wake up and smell the coffee. Have yourself a nice, warm, or cold cup of joe. Pick yourself up off the ground. I know you're crying the blues right now, but pick yourself up off the ground and do what you need to do. Adjust to the facts in front of you on the ground. And if you see another speed bump, if you see another liar, you just kick those liars down the road like they like to kick our cans down the road in the form of our economy and our budgets, which we never seem to get a budget, do we? That can's always kicked down the road, and the deep state always seems to get exactly all the payoffs that they want. That being said, this is Joe Wayne with the ACP 313. I am the unverified guy that lives in the unverified nation. Join me there. Subscribe and like the content if you do indeed want to subscribe and like the content. And I'll see you there, because pretty soon, eventually, I want to be able to load exclusive content on that channel. But if you guys don't go there to that channel, you'll never see the exclusive content that is on that channel. And with that being said, this is Joe Wayne with all the aforementioned. Good day and good luck.